Let's take a look at the workbook from Lesson 4. Maldo Geronimo conducts 2-day training sessions for an oxygen equipment company. When he traveled last month, his lodging was $235 per night for 2 nights, and breakfast and lunch were $46 per day. His total transportation expenses were $535, and he had a budget of $1,200. What is the maximum he can spend on dinner each of the 2 nights? Express your answer in dollars and cents. Okay, so as always, start by identifying what your end game is. So our goal is to solve for the maximum amount of money that he can spend on dinner each night. So next we grab any relevant equation that might help us solve this problem, which in this case is our total travel expenses, or our budget equation. So our total travel expenses are going to be the sum of what was paid for transportation, for lodging, and for our meals. So for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So once we figure out how much is left in his budget, we'll be able to figure out what he can pay for dinner. Now that we have our equation, we can sub in any information that we already know. So we already know that his total budget is $1,200. We know that his transportation was $535. And his lodging was $235. Remember, this was over the course of 2 nights, so we have to multiply by 2. And the same with breakfast and lunch. We know that they totaled $46, but again, that's per day, so we have to multiply by 2. So now we have a one-variable equation. $1,200 equals $535, plus $235 times 2, 46 times 2, and finally dinner. So just take a moment to simplify the equation, and we find that dinner is equal to $103. Now remember, again, this is for 2 nights. So our final step is to say that for 2 nights, the most he can spend is half of $103, which is $51.50. So again, approach the problem by first identifying the variable that you're solving for. In this case, the amount of money he can spend on dinner each night. Next, grab your relevant equation, so our budget equation. Substitute in all the information you know and keep working until you have it down to a one-variable equation. From there, you can solve for that variable, but of course, remember to read the directions carefully, as in this case, we needed to divide by 2 after getting our answer. So the total amount he can spend on dinner each night is $51.50.